Tara, thank you for coming back and joining back in session. It's been a while. Um, so I'm happy to see you. So the last time we met, we were talking about you and your relationship with your current boyfriend or your boyfriend.
Well, my ex-boyfriend, I guess you could say. But
Okay. So he's your ex-boyfriend now. So would you like to talk about what happened since since the last time we met?
I mean, it's not really a big deal. I mean, I'm gonna get him back, so I just don't think that's really that big of an issue for us to talk about. I mean, he's upset with me, and I mean, we've never broken up before, but I'm not worried about it because he loves me. So I feel like he's gonna take me back. It's kind of his fault though, and I'm the one like suffering about it.
Okay, so by you saying that, you're kind of confident in what's going to happen between you guys, have you guys been in contact, or you feel like he's giving you the impression that, we're going to work on things, or what's going on with that? Can you share this with me?
No, I actually haven't talked to him for like 3 weeks.
Okay.
He won't answer like any of my phone calls. But I think he's just upset. Because I mean, I haven't been. Well, because we were supposed to, we made an agreement that because of the whole like me, being physical with him,
Right.
that I would come to these sessions. And no offense to you, but I just think these are kind of dumb to come to because I feel like I should be talking to him and not somebody else about, our issues in the relationship. So I just kind of been, not coming. And he, every week he was asking me, like, have you gone? Have you gone? And it just became a big argument because, like I said, I just think it's, a waste of time to come when I should be with him. And so I just kind of been making up excuses of why, like, I can't come. But yeah, we got in a really big argument, and he left, and then he came back the next day, and he packed up all his stuff, and he left.
So what brings you back now?
I think if I come and show him that, I mean, try to, get him back. So I think if I come, then I could tell him that I came, and he'll stop being dumb and just come back home. So that's where he belongs.
Okay. So your motivation is, to get him back. Is that's the reason why you're here?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what I would like you to understand is, with this process, it's not about trying to get him back. I want to maybe we can work on some things with you to maybe, work on the things that maybe. What are the reasons why he wanted you to come here? What does he want you to work on?
He says that I'm like, I get really angry.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I get mad, but it's like I said before, it's his. I feel like it's his fault when I get angry because I told him one thing not to do, and he went out and got drunk, and I told him the reason why I don't like drinking and driving, and 2 days ago I went over to his house and he wasn't there, so then I went to his friend's house, so he's always over. And I knocked on the door, and they said he was at work, and so I went to his work, and he wasn't there. So I just feel that he's, lying to me, and that I think he's just being tough on me because I get angry with him. I think he's just trying to teach me a lesson. But But then I went onto his Facebook and just to see what he's up to because I miss him and I want to, I want to see him and then I see, messages from girls, and so he's talking to other girls. So I messaged them. There was one particular girl. I messaged her and I told her I was why is she messaging my boyfriend? I just think it's it's inappropriate. You shouldn't be texting my boyfriend when she knows that's my boyfriend.
So let me try to understand this better. Did you go into his Facebook account as if it was him, or were you just checking the general page? Or were you logging into his actual account?
I was logging in just to see what he was up to.
Okay, so since you guys haven't been into contact in the last 3 weeks, how did it make you feel seeing messages from other girls and not being able to find him in places that you thought he would be?
I mean, it hurts a lot because I still feel that we're in a relationship. I have a right to know these things.
You have a right. You think you have a right to know these things but you guys aren't in a relationship.
I don't. He's gonna come back. I don't think it's that big of an issue. I think he's gonna come back. I know he loves me. We've been through so much. I think it's just stupid that he just thinks he could leave me and just be gone without any word. I just think that's.
I understand that you would like some communication or closure. But you don't want closure. You want to be in a relationship. So, just as much as you want to be in a relationship, do you think he has the right to not want to be in a relationship? He has a choice?
I think his choice is he wants to be in a relationship. He just maybe is upset with me.
Okay. Well, I hear a lot of we're gonna get back together. We're gonna get back together. But what is it gonna take for you to get there? So let's focus on the here and now. What are some things that you can do that won't jeopardize your progress with yourself and your anger management and your relationship with your ex-boyfriend? What are some things that we can work on now to get to your end result?
Let me see. I don't think I just don't believe that what he's saying is like an issue. So it's hard for me to even answer that because I don't. I feel like he's the one with the issue and I'm the one paying for it. I'm the one, that has to come to therapy. I'm the one that is suffering. I'm not talking to anybody else. I don't want to be with anybody else, but he just left. And for what? Because, I got mad at him and I know it's not okay to like hit, obviously, but it was one time. And I mean, it was one time. That's enough for him to like leave me forever after all that I've done for him. I just get, I get the, excuse my language, but the shit out of the stick. That's not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I just feel like he leaves me. Just feel like my brother left me.
Mm-hmm.
Just feel like everyone just leaves me, and now I have no one.
So are you saying that you feel the most safe when you have someone with you? A companion, a confidant, someone to be there with you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't even sleep at night. I don't. I mean, I used to have a routine. Now I don't even care to go to work. um, you know, I don't even. I used to love to cook. You know, cook us both something. But now, like he's not even there, I don't even bother. I think I just eat out all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I can't. It's not like I could go to like, you know, my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She's just. I can never talk to her about anything. She's. I wouldn't want to get advice from her anyways. She doesn't know what she's doing in her own life.
Can you explain that a little bit more? And why? Because I noticed the facial expressions when you mentioned your mom. You know, it affected you in your body language.
Well, I don't know. She just. Anytime I ever go to her about anything, she always just, you know, holds it against me. She never, you know, could just listen and take something in.
Mm-hmm.
Or she always has to give her opinion. If it's not her way, then it's the wrong way. But her way didn't, you know, got her back with someone who cheated on her with my dad. My dad cheated on her.
I remember that.
And then she went back with him. So why am I going to take any advice from her? She's just, he says sit and she sits. She's just super, you know, I'm more, I like to do things on my own and.
Right.
And my boyfriend I always was able to talk to him about things and or just go to him about certain things, you know. I mean, not financially, I was able to support myself, but even like with work, I don't even want to go. I don't even care to go. What's the point?
I'm just gonna back it up a little bit. One of the things I kind of caught up on was, you know, I remember you were upset about, you know, the situation with your parents and your mom not standing. You know, you felt like she didn't stand up for herself when there was infidelity in the marriage. Um, and you feel a certain way about that, correct? You feel like maybe she shouldn't have done that.
No way. I would never do that.
Well, I wanted to point out to you the situation with you and your boyfriend. Let's say hypothetically someone outside of your relationship knows what has happened between you guys. How do you think they would feel about this situation? Do you think they would feel the way you feel about your mom and your dad? About, you know, it was probably not a good idea for her to get back with your dad. That's how you feel, right?
Yeah. If it were like one of my close friends or like my girlfriends, if she was going through the same thing. I don't know how I would feel. I think I would. I mean, I'd probably tell her to just get over it and just move on. But I mean, that's easier said than done.
Okay. Say your dad is the one who put his hands on your mom. Is there a difference between, you know, a man hitting a woman or a woman hitting a man?
Well, men are just stronger, so I think so. Because me, compared to my boyfriend, I'm so much smaller than him.
Right.
I can't possibly hurt him as bad.
Okay. I just, I saw like a kind of a discrepancy. You're judging. You have some issues with your mother because you don't agree with the decision she made in her relationship. Because you see it as, what do you see it as? Do you see it as what? A mistake?
Yeah, if he truly loved her, he would have never cheated on her.
So how do you? Let's explore what some things that your boyfriend has told you. Do you think he feels?
I mean, he hasn't always been the nicest to me. He's not perfect. I mean, but nobody is. I mean, he called me every name in the book, but it's because, I mean, I deserved it. I was being mean to him, but that was my fault. I mean, I shouldn't have, yelled at him or, I mean, other times. Not the time that I hit him, but like anytime we get in an argument. I mean, I'm always, yelling at him, and so I feel like I'm always the one that is getting mad at him about something that he's doing. I don't know. Yeah.
What is deserving of being called every name in the book? You 100% believe that you deserve to be treated that way verbally.
I mean, he's not hitting me. He's just expressing his emotions. And that's the only way he can express his emotions. When he's when he's really angry, he just says anything.
Right.
But he doesn't mean it, because I know he loves me.
Okay. What I want to work on with you, some things that I'm noticing, working on your self-concept, what you think about yourself and your self-worth. So, because I know you say that he loves you.
Like my self-worth, like right now, or what it used to be?
Well, I did notice, today, you changed your hair color. I'm happy that you're here and you made it here, but I do notice that you are dressed differently. It is the mid-afternoon, and how was it this morning? How did you get ready today? Because I just noticed the difference between last time and today.
It's just even hard to wake up in the morning.
And you are saying that you deserve to be called certain names. You didn't mention what names, but you said every name in the book, and I can only imagine what you're called, provoking you or making you feel like you deserve that. So I just feel like you want this relationship, but just how you feel about your mom's relationship. It's not, you don't think it's a good idea because it's kind of a bad situation.
So you're saying I'm like my mom?
No, I'm not saying that at all. But
I'm not like her.
But
I'm not like her.
From the way you're describing this relationship between you and your boyfriend, it's concerning me that you're seeking something that's probably not good for you in ways of at this very moment are safe. There's verbal abuse, there's been physical abuse. You mentioned to me that you're, logging into his, and kind of invading his privacy.
You think?
It just seems like we can work on some things with Sarah. And once we work with Sarah, we can take it further. But
Okay.
I feel like you need to, work it out where you can feel like you don't deserve to be treated that way, or you don't feel like you need to be physical. So what do you think about that?
I agree. I agree. I mean, because I just feel so down. Like, I just feel like, one minute I'm just like crying, and like the next minute I'm just like, that strong, independent girl comes in, and one minute I'm just, calling him and just like leaving him messages, and I just feel so like
How many times a day do you call him?
pathetic. Like in the morning.
Morning. One.
The morning I call him like when I wake up, and then I would say about like, I don't know, it varies like 5 or 6 times a day.
Okay. And how many times do you log on to his accounts?
Every day.
So every day, but how many times?
It varies. Like 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times? I know you mentioned that you drove to his work, his friend's house. Do you do that also daily?
No, just like once or twice.
Once or twice a week, a day, monthly?
A week.
A week. Once or twice
And I went to his house. I know he was there. He was probably there with another girl. But I don't care. I was pounding on his window.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I have a right. I've done so much for him. And then he's just gonna up and leave me like he can. But just, no. It's not gonna happen. He belongs to me. He doesn't belong to anybody else. I just don't see a future without him. He was the reason why I got up and went to work. He was the one who pushed me to, be so motivated. And
How did he do that for you?
We would always talk about like having a family, so I would always be, motivated to, if I went to work and stuff, I'd be able to support the family, and I have no problem, being the businesswoman while, he stays home and watches the kid. I'm not like that type of girl where he has to buy me everything, and he's kind of like, I took care of him a lot. And so I don't even know like how he's even like functioning without me. I did everything for him. Did everything. That's how I have like all the passwords to his stuff, because I just that's why I have a right to everything, because I am the reason how he got his car, how he, started even working again, and
Right.
I just don't think it's fair. Why is he moving on and he's happy, and I'm here?
How long has it been since you guys have been broken?
3 months. Oh, sorry, 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay.
That was awesome to talk to him.
And how did that conversation go?
And it wasn't even a conversation. It was just him yelling at me, telling me all the names of the book, that I'm lazy when I'm the one that gets up and goes to work. Just saying everything that he doesn't like. All of a sudden, he doesn't, like my body, or he said he can't even get physical with me because he doesn't even find me attractive, and But I just think he was just saying all that stuff because he was upset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just used to that. Him just talking, and so that's why I didn't take it seriously when he got all his stuff and moved out. Well, when he moved out, I was kind of shocked by that, but thought it was just going to be a fight and he moved back in. But he hasn't, and I haven't heard from him. I just feel just so betrayed.
You feel betrayed because you've done so much for him and he just leaves?
Yeah, because I didn't do one thing. I didn't come to this, I didn't come to this therapy. What about him?
Well, do you feel like it was an ultimatum that, in the first place? And you didn't follow through?
Yeah, I didn't take him seriously. Just like he's all talk. And he was serious.
So this whole situation is interrupting your work, social life, the things you like to do, your relationship with your parents, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you pay rent? Do you have okay.
I pay everything.
Okay. So we need to focus on you, keeping afloat. So you need to make money, you need to go to work, you need to do things that you enjoy, but you haven't been doing. So I think, just to get you back on track for to become, to feel better, once you start doing things that you used to enjoy, we'll see where it goes, see if it helps you out with everything else in your life.
Can we make a plan how I'm gonna get him back?
I don't think that's probably should be the goal of this process here. I think our goal should be about you. Okay, so one of my biggest concerns I see is your anger. Okay, controlling your anger and not becoming physical, because that's probably, I guess, what got you here in the first place. So we can think of some coping mechanisms and some things you can do in place of that anger to help you get through it. Okay, so anger.
How much more time do we have here?
Well, we're almost done. Okay. I notice you're getting uncomfortable with confronting this issue. So bear with me, okay? I'm here for you. We're gonna do this together.
Heard that before.
Okay. As long as you seek my help, I'm here. And when we reach your goals, then you will feel better. I'm not coming anymore, but I want to see you. I want to see you attend our sessions. Okay? It's gonna take work, but what are your goals? You have goals, correct?
Yeah, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I want to wake up and actually, be excited about the day. Like I used to be.
What made you excited about your day?
Just getting up and getting dressed. And, just feeling good about myself, or just feeling pretty, or feeling attractive in my body. And somebody who said that they love me doesn't even like my body. How would that make you feel?
Mm-hmm.
So
I understand.
I eat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's just not helping me, but it does help me because it just gets my mind off of him. I know it's not the healthiest way, but my goals.
You want to wake up and feel happy. That's a goal.
Yeah. I think I know it's really broad. What would make me happy? Okay, I want my day to be like, wake up, go to work, enjoy my day at work, and not, be able to finish everything. And I mean, that brings me joy knowing that, I accomplished my work and coming home, making dinner, cooking.
Right.
Those are just my short-term goals.
Where do you work?
I work at a construction, or like a telecommunication. It's very hectic, but I love it. Yeah, like the cell phone towers. I work with the estimator, and it's usually a lot of fun at work. I mean, even though it's crazy, I work with good people. They're a lot of fun, but they just, they're you can see they're avoiding me because I'm just, they make their comments and
Comments as in
you look tired today, or
so they're seeing the change, the shift in your.
yeah. I don't talk to anyone. I'm like always crying. I mean, I would avoid me too.
How many times a day do you cry?
I'll say at least 4 or 5 times.
How do you feel after you're done crying?
Tired.
Tired. Do you feel relieved? Do you feel better, or do you feel worse?
Feel better.
Feel better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you? What is it? So you feel better, but would you, how do you feel when you're about to cry? What is the trigger that makes you cry?
Just anything that reminds me of him. Songs. Just anything.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we live together, so, even, the house that I'm at is just,
right.
Everything just reminds me of him. So, I just stay in my room and just, I don't ever want to go out.
When you talk to yourself, I know you have our internal conversations. Can you share with me how that goes usually?
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Once I could just get a hold of him and talk to him, and everything was going to be okay. He would never do this to me.
When you look in the mirror, how does your internal conversation go?
You're pathetic. I never wanted to be this girl chasing after anyone. I always told myself, especially after I saw my mom, I never wanted to be her. Mm-hmm. No, I guess I became her. And that's what bothers me the most. I guess. Because, if I'm saying it out loud, I could, I'm doing everything that she would do. She would cry and she would, get ready. She's always home from work, days off. Um, I just feel so weak, and I don't know how to get out of it. I don't know. Can you help me get out of it? Is there a certain way? Like, do I just give me a plan? Give me something that I could do to just get out of this little funk that I'm in. I don't know.
Well, we can come up with a plan, but you have to. You are the leader, okay? So we're gonna do it together, but you're the one that's gonna have to do the work, okay? Because we're only in this room for an hour, 50 minutes, okay? So outside of this session, I'm not there. You are. And that's where all the work is going to happen. I can give you all the plans that I've ever written with other clients. But they don't work unless you apply the effort.
Makes sense.
Okay. So do you want to go back to your plan?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm concerned about the anger. Okay, so that's number 1 on our list. Your goal, you said, is to wake up in the morning and have a productive, happy day. Okay, so what are the things that you used to do that made that, you talked about making dinner, interacting with your coworkers, laughing, having fun, and getting work done. So, is that one of your main goals?
Yeah. I would say cooking again.
Cooking again? Okay.
I really enjoyed that.
Alright.
It's just so hard to, find the energy to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
You did mention that would be a short-term goal, right? That you could probably easily do that.
Mm-hmm.
The anger is going to be ongoing. Okay. We're gonna go with it as our long-term goal. Okay. All right. Is there anything else? Like, okay, let's talk about your internal conversations that you have with yourself. So you see yourself as pathetic, as you mentioned. You see yourself as, the girl that you didn't want to ever be. So we can work on some of those things. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some things that you can do when you're about to have a negative thought about yourself?
I could say I'm successful.
Okay, and what makes you successful?
I have a good job.
Good job.
I worked hard to get there, all by myself.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Another one, I just feel so ugly, just feel so gross in my own skin.
Okay.
I could say you're not ugly. It's just hard to not feel that way.
Mm-hmm. What are some things that you used to do that made you feel beautiful? It made you feel good about yourself? You said cooking, right?
Yeah, also, getting dressed, dressing up for work, curling my hair.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel really good when my hair is good hair day. Putting makeup on, I enjoy that.
So let's do some more self-care. List some self-care things that you can do. So you said do your hair, makeup. Is there anything else you do? Do you meditate? Do you pray? Is there anything that you read that maybe we can
I
use to enjoy?
Well, I mean, I like hiking on the weekends.
Okay.
I haven't found time for that, but I mean, even when it comes to like taking a walk or going
Mhm.
around the because we had like a little dairy on the corner, and we would always walk over there or
When you say we, what do you refer to?
me and my ex-boyfriend, we would always just take a walk.
Okay. Well, I want you to start using I, because this process is just going to be about you and your work. Okay. So, how do you think it might make you feel to walk to the dairy that you used to walk to with him?
They're sad.
Okay, it's going to make you sad. So, although it's going to make you sad, I want you to work on that. Okay. Going to the places that you like. For instance, let's just start with the dairy. Let's just start with the dairy. I know you already live in the house that you guys used to live in together. I know that's already hard for you. But you like to hike and you like to walk to get some, regroup for your self-care. I want you to try to eventually be okay with walking to the dairy without feeling sad, as you mentioned. What feeling do you want to feel walking to that dairy?
Free.
You want to feel free.
I want to feel, I like outdoors and fresh air. I don't want to have that ugly feeling in my stomach of missing emptiness.
Okay, so we can incorporate the hiking or the walk to the dairy in your plan, and let's see how far it goes until you start to feel free and not sad when you walk to something that reminds you of him. Or maybe you might not even think of him. Maybe that could be possible.
Yeah, I could even put on the happy song or like on my iPod
As you're walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
There's just one song that I remember when I was before like the drama between my parents. We would always listen to it, and it's by it's by Mariah Carey, and it's just like a fun upbeat song. And my dad would like sing it to my mom. My mom would sing it back to my dad, and then I would get in there and I'd just like start like dancing and just being silly. And it was always it reminded me of a good time.
And your brother, was this when he was still alive?
Yeah. There's one time that he walked in and he started, break dancing on the floor, and we all were just like dancing and singing in the middle of the living room. That was a really good memory.
Awesome. Yeah, we can definitely use that song to bring back those happy feelings that you once felt before. That's good. Okay, so the Mariah Carey song as you're walking to the dairy.
Mm-hmm.
How many times a week do you think you can make time to walk to your dairy? So now you have
once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good goal. When you're done with your walk, or actually before and after, let's do your journal that we talked about before. I don't know if you've been keeping up with your journal.
No.
Okay. It's okay. But now we have a plan. So you're gonna walk to the dairy once a week with your favorite Mariah Carey song, feeling all the good feelings that you felt before. But I want you to journal how you felt after, and maybe the one time a week, you can do it when you start to feel really, really sad or some type of, that emptiness you talked about. Jot that down, and then go for your walk, and see what it does for you after, and how you can express your feelings through your journal.
Okay.
and you can see the the difference of the changes that you're going through. And I want you're going to inspire yourself, okay? So you're going to start feeling better. Alrighty, so we're going to do that in your plan, and then we're going to counteract your negative thoughts with positive things that are true, that you find true about yourself, or you might want to work on. You might not feel ready, but I'm going to get ready tomorrow. Okay, so, and also your anger. So I have 3 things so far that we can work on. And as we go along with your plan, things might change, and your goals might get a little different, and you can work with that. But that's good. I think we're going to have a lot to work on, or a lot to work with for your goals. So our time is almost up. Is there anything else that you would like to mention or add to your plan?
Yeah, I mean, with the whole anger thing, I'm kind of not clear on that one.
Okay.
I mean, I just feel like I only really get angry when it comes to
your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend.
in that situation. Other than that, I just feel that I'm, I feel like I'm a good person, or like just a happy person, and I mean, now that that he hasn't been around, or I don't know, I just don't think that's a huge concern. But I don't.
Well, from what I remember in our last meeting, you mentioned that you didn't remember what was going on when you realized that you hit him after you kind of just like snapped out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's kind of like a blackout, and that's very concerning because number one, we don't know the intent and how far it would have gone, being that you did block out. Who's to say that it could happen again? So I think that's probably going to have to be something that you need to consider working on. Of importance, has a lot of importance to your plan and your progress with your relationships in your life.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, if he's not around, or like if this one topic is just gets me angry and upset, like I don't know, I don't like I agree with like all the other stuff. I just, and I think, I mean, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, and the whole me blacking out, just not remembering, like, yeah, I feel like that's that's a huge concern. But I don't know, how are we going to work on that? How do we, I don't know. Do I like, what are some things that I could do to help me with those types of things?
How does your body feel when you are about to get upset? Physically, like, does your heart pound? Do you get sweaty palms? Do you feel
All of it?
Okay.
Everything. I mean, yeah, my everything just gets hot, and I just I just want to, I mean, say anything in the book just to get my point across, because he doesn't listen. So
we'll work on some, you're aware of your body, your, the reactions you have when you're getting angry. So that's good. So being aware of the functionings of your, when you're triggered. So with that, we can incorporate some breathing techniques and some, learning how to walk away from your situation and doing those breathing techniques. And coming back when you're more sound to discuss whatever it is.
And just put it in my journal.
You can also journal. You can also do that.
Okay.
And maybe walk to the dairy. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Sarah. We got a lot done today. I'm really happy that you're coming back, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Me too.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.